The all-new MoYu WeiLong WRM version 9 has been released and just might kill Gab. Here's what we know so far. This new cube is another addition to the very popular Worm series or WRM. It's called the version 9 because it's the 9th addition to the Worm series. Honestly, I think the cube should have been called the Worm 2023 instead. The previous addition to the series was the WRM 2021, and those cubes were loved by a lot of people. There are 3 versions, the magnetic, maglev, and ballcore, and the ballcore has almost everything. Let's talk about the technology of the cube and let's see if there's anything new. The magnetic version has 48 magnets and the maglev has 60, but the ballcore has a total of 88 magnets. 48 of those are used for attracting pieces, 28 of those are the ballcore positioning magnets, and 12 of those are the repulsion magnets. The magnetic cube has a spring, which may cause some extra friction and spring noise, but the maglev fixes that due to the removal of the spring. The maglev uses repelling magnets to hold the cubes together instead, and leads to smoother turning and no spring noise. The ballcore positioning system is going to be similar to the Super RS3M and YS3M, and as we have seen so far, the ballcore honestly helps the cube turn better and reduce the lockups, so it's a pretty good feature to have. All 3 versions have a dual adjustment system with 9 settings of dual adjustment, just like MoYu's previous cubes. The pieces have a drag and scale pattern like the RS3M, which is supposed for better turning. They're also rounded for lesser friction and also have an anti-pop design for, you guessed it, make it pop lesser. Let's talk about the specs of the cube. All the 3 versions are 55mm, which is the same as the YS3M and the Tornado V2. The corner cutting is said to have a total of 90 degrees normal corner cutting, but the amount of normal and reverse corner cutting has not been released by MoYu yet. The magnetic weighs 67 grams, the maglev 71 grams, and the ballcore 76 grams, which, with the amount of features the ballcore has, is pretty light. Now, let's talk about price. The magnetic is the cheapest at $18.95 USD. The maglev is $25.95 and the ballcore is the whopping $42.95. The ballcore is a massive $17 more expensive than the maglev. Hopefully this price difference will make sense and cubers won't miss out on a good cube just because of expensive prices. For the first 2 versions, MoYu is going for the cheap pricing tactic. It works so well with the RS3M, so that is good news for us. The magnetic and maglev will have a frosted finish, and the ballcore will have a UV coating or magic close that we saw in the YS3M. The accessories include a dual adjustment tool and tensioning setting tool, a screwdriver, a storage box, and a spare dual adjustment piece. All of this information has been taken from speedcubeshop and MoYu's Instagram post, which are linked in the description. But that's enough from us. Here's what some of our fellow Team speedcubeshop members think about this cube.
Hey, it's Elias here. The WeiLong V9 without a doubt is going to be one of the best cubes in 2023. We've seen MoYu release great puzzles at great price points that have broken records and set insanely fast times in competition. I'm excited to see where MoYu goes with this new release and whether world records will be set on it.
The MoYu WeiLong V9 isn't really what I expected. It didn't feel like a MoYu cube, and it instead felt more like a GAN 12 or a GAN 13, but it was actually really good. Even though my turning style is more aggressive, I found that it still works really well with the WeiLong V9, and I've already broken several PBs with it.
So my initial thoughts on the WRM V9 is that I feel like it will be a great puzzle. Looking at people like Luke, Garrett, and Asher get such insane times on it officially and unofficially, it gives me a lot of hope for the cube. And I really expect it to, be an instant main killer for a lot of people and kind of just blow the YS3M and the Super RS3M out of the water. I know that the YS3M is like mid-range and the Super RS3M is meant to be budget, but those 2 have been main worthy cubes for a lot of people, and I feel like the WRM V9 will instantly replace the main of anyone who was using a Super RS3M or a YS3M. So yeah, I really have positive expectations.
By the way, if you watched the video this far, go hit the subscribe button because that will make Cameron happy. If you want the new WRM, then go to the link in the description and use code SQUAD for a huge discount. Go watch this video where we met the 3x3 single world record holder and interviewed him.